Thank you all for coming.
Hi, Brie.
I'm trying to be serious. Hi. Yes, you right there.
You were so eloquent on the SAG stage, and you talked about how movies and performances meant so much to you because you described yourself as a lonely child. What is the warm embrace of all this felt like?
Well, as I've gone further and further into trying to refine what being an artist means to me, I've realized that I've used it as this tool to connect. I was always really afraid of the things that were inside of me. I was always deeply worried that I was unlovable and that I wasn't normal and that the world was going to be this scary, hard place and everyone knew how to do things and I didn't know how to do it. And so I started taking those questions and putting them into the movies that I was making. And I found that every time I did that, and whether it was a comedy or a drama, every time I did it, I would get this response back from people going, I feel that way too. I'm confused about that too. I don't feel normal either. And suddenly I felt my shoulders relaxing and myself going, oh, maybe everybody is confused and trying to figure it out constantly. Even the people that I think are the smartest and wisest in my life are also deeply confused all the time. So Room has been the biggest experience of that, of taking all of these things that I was worried about, and one of the main ones being put out into the world. And it's really interesting having a movie that is just about that really the allegory is about stepping outside of a smaller way of thinking, and to be living that simultaneously while promoting a movie about that is just something I will be going to therapy over for a very long time.
I'm going to go back to KNX. Hi there, Brie back here. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Loved Room, never cried so hard in my life. But there was a lot of talk about your young co-star, Jacob, and what an amazing actor. Can you just talk about the experience of working with him?
Yeah, I'm a better person from knowing him and working with him, and I feel really honored that I got to go through this experience of this sort of being shot through a cannon into the stratosphere with him, because the perception of the world, that innocence, that humor, that lightness that he brings to the movie is the same thing that he brings to every second of his actual life. And so to do all of this press with him has been such a gift, because I'm constantly with this child who has this very easy way of looking at things and doesn't feel the bigger picture of it, is just really excited about the present moment and focused on things that are smaller and more detail-oriented than his concern about whether or not he's liked or not. So he was a wonderful buffer through making the movie, that I was never really allowed to get that dark or that serious about what I was making or that precious about my performance, because it was always about him. And I feel like it's such a gift that that's carried over into this experience where I'm paired up with him constantly. So all of these firsts are with this child who has brought so much joy and light to my life that I can just focus on him again and not have to worry so much about this weird thing that's happening with me.
Hi. The dress. Now, you go into acting.
Which one?
The dress for Oscars. Do you have your dress?
Oh.
And do you feel like
That's what you want to ask?
Is there pressure for you to be the best dressed and all that? I mean, you don't go into acting.
I feel like the way that I've been able to understand clothes and fashion better is it's a great way for me to express what's happening on the inside. So my goal with each dress that I've worn has just been to try and reflect what my soul looks like, which is far more complicated than any dress could ever be.
We're going to wrap it up with the wrap. Sorry, guys.
Congratulations. I'm curious, going back to Jacob for a second, if you and Lenny and your producers are aware of all the attention his father has been getting?
Oh yes, it's really funny. He's here, just so everyone's aware. Yeah, Hot Dad is here. Yeah. It's been going on quietly for a while, and it's really amazing how the internet has finally caught on almost a year later.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you.